talk about the dynamic of trying not to alienate a team, but still be strong as brothers in the faith. Does that make sense, Trey?
Yeah, I mean, that's something we had to fight at the very beginning of the season. You know, trying not to be a clique, you know, trying not to be a group of guys who are just worrying about each other, you know, and separating the team.
Yeah.
I would say the biggest problem we had, I think, in a sense, was that, like, all of us are boys regardless of our faith. You know what I'm saying? Like, outside of faith, outside of football, like, I want to hang out with Torrey, I want to hang out with Wiz, I want to hang out with these three guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, regardless. And so we kind of had to be a little bit more open, you know, than we have in the past. Be intentional. I think the biggest thing out of all of it was us being consistent, you know, consistently being who we are instead of trying to be somebody we're not, you know, some spiritual monster or some theologian. None of us are that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm Trey, and I know what, you know, I can do and where I can make things happen. And so just, you know, staying in my lane and then bringing people along with me at the same time that's really my strength, and that's all I really know how to do, you know, so I'm not trying to be somebody who I'm not.
How have you guys approached it, Jordan?
Yeah, I mean, it's just living life with these guys, man. You know, it's doing what you do every day. You know, I have a different influence on certain people than Trey does, you know, and same as Chris and these guys, you know. And when I do have that influence, those are the guys I'm trying to bring along. And like Trey said earlier, we're lucky because God has placed people in every single room. You know what I mean? And the influence is there. It's just a matter of us taking it upon ourselves to bring it, bring people along. And you know, you're not trying to press. We're not trying to, you know, we've had these conversations. How do we get guys? But we're not trying to do anything other than just live with these guys and show them that we love them and show them that we're brothers and we struggle just the way they struggle, and we do we're going through the same things, you know. You know, there's just going through life with them.
I mean, we've been intentional to the point where, like, we'll say, hey, pick two guys and pray for them who aren't believers, you know, and let us know who you're praying for so that we could pray for them as well, and also reach out to them at the same time.
I mean, like you said, in terms of reaching out, I've literally seen guys like, hey, have you seen Ted in the locker room lately? Is he a believer? Do you know what's going on with him? What's he think? And it's not attacking them by throwing the book at them and telling them everything they're doing is wrong. It was like really a genuine sense of like curiosity. Like, hey, like, where are you at in your faith? What do you think? And I think that's probably the best thing about it. It wasn't forced. And there's been guys who, I mean, I know there's a young receiver in our Marcus Johnson who I've seen grow specifically because of Jordan Matthews and these guys. And you see that, and it wasn't something that was forced. You know, it was genuine. That's what I think. I've been, this is my 7th year. I've never seen that in the locker room.